A lot has been made about the commercial well-being of the genre of hip hop recently. And while I will admit this year, there was that one time when a top 40 Billboard record was broken. Remember, hip hop had, been at least somewhere on the top 40 of Billboard Hot 100 for like 30 straight years. I was like, oh, okay, that's kind of interesting. But then in like 2 weeks, Megan's record fixed that up. I do think the panic that people kind of displayed was a little much, right? I'm reading this, okay? Rappers who had their biggest streaming year of all time on Spotify in 2025. Now, I am aware, obviously you see someone like 50 Cent and Jay-Z on here. These are older legacy acts and these are older records. So there is something to be said there. But I see some names on here that are still people that a lot of people listen to. And this is them having the biggest streaming year they've ever had, right? Drake obviously leading the charge there. Kendrick Lamar, Tyler Creator, Playboy Cardi. You have Wayne, Gunna, Doechii, Ken Carson, NBA Youngboy, Big X The Plug, Don Toliver, Glorilla. And let's look at the actual numbers, right? So you've got Drake at 18.4 billion. I believe that's the most streams he's ever had on Spotify. And I believe that's the 11th consecutive year of leading the list. So again, something's being made about his performances. He had an album at the top of the year with Party Next Door. So he had a drop. And again, I think you make good music, you put records out, bro, people gonna listen to you, right? And then you have Kendrick. Obviously, he dropped GNX last year, somewhere around November. You've got, a lot of the other records he had with the Beef records, Not Like Us. That's that. Travis Scott had the Jack Boys drop. And he's also had, some staple albums in the 2020 that people like. Kanye being at 8.6 is pretty interesting here. To me, he's kind of like the bridge between that legacy act. And you got Tyler, he had two drops this year. Playboy Cardi, Eminem, legacy act. So again, these this is some astronomical numbers, right? Here's what I really think happened, and I think we made a lot of noise about certain things that I think was a little unnecessary. I think we had some of our commercial guys drop, right? We had some commercial guys kind of wait till closer to fourth quarter, and some of them are waiting to beginning of the first quarter next year. You had a lot of underground, sort of the Clips, Freddie Gibbs, you had guys that weren't underground before, but now kind of like don't have that pizzazz behind them as far as the label's concerned. Chance the Rapper had a really good project. I'm sure I'm missing other people, and guys from the Griselda, Conway, West Side Gun. You had a lot of those guys really shine this year, and you didn't have as much commercial, action. But the commercial action you did have made some noise. It made some noise. So that one down period of the top 40 stuff, okay, cool. But I really don't think the well-being of the genre commercially is in, peril the way people are making it seem, right? Unless, you just have some kind of agenda. The genre will be okay, okay? If anything, I like the fact that we can have a year where we having guys, having their biggest streaming year, and then we still associate that year with a year in which a lot of underground guys got some shine.